Hi, you guys. My name is Janika JoJo Gibbs.
JoJo Gibbs is a part of history.
The first show in primetime TV where a queer Black woman will be the protagonist.
Starring in Twenties on BET.
She is very stylish, or he, or maybe that's a they, unclear.
It wasn't easy for her to get here, and it's a far cry from her growing up in South Carolina, where she said she had to come out to her mom twice.
First time I tried to come out to my mom, I was 19, and I was on break, and I was at her house, and I was watching True Life on MTV. I'm coming out, and I thought it was a sign from God. I was like, this must be God telling me to come out, because all the parents on True Life was just like seeming chill and, you know, cool with it.
Is everything gonna be okay?
That was not the case for me. I walked up the stairs, interrupted my mama while she was watching First 48 and enjoying herself. So not the best time to interrupt your mom. I honestly couldn't bring myself to straight up say, you know, I think I'm X, Y, or Z. I was like, I don't think that I connect with men the way I think I should. And she was just like, what? And my mom is 5'11", so she like stood up out the bed, and I was like, oh, okay, you gonna get up. You see you standing up. And she muted the TV. And I just remember thinking, like, it ain't worth it. At that time, I never ever dated a woman or, you know, even done that. I just knew I had, you know, feelings, like, and I was like, girl, abort this mission. It is not the time. You ain't even got a girlfriend to call to console you after this or nothing. Like, you just need to go ahead.
You alone in the dark.
Yes, like, you got to deal with this yourself. So I ended up being like, never mind. I'm just gonna go back downstairs. And she was like, okay. And like, I left and we just never talked about it again. We just kind of swept it under the rug. It's like my mom blacked it out, I think. And I think I did too, a little bit.
7 years would pass before JoJo mentioned it again after moving to Los Angeles.
And I called her and I was like, look, this is what it is. This is how I feel. And I just kept it real, you know, straightforward, and it was emotional, and eventually she was just like, all right. She was like, you ain't gonna say nothing to your grandma, is you? I'm like, girl, the whole point of me telling you is that I ain't gotta hide no more. Like, that's the whole thing. She, being the amazing, incredible person and mother that she is, got through her own hang-ups around it and was like, I love you regardless, and I'm here for you, and I support you.
What helped JoJo get through it was stand-up comedy.
I ain't no ugly. I could get a man. I ain't brought nobody home. Come on now.
It was just one of the many gigs JoJo took, including teaching and working at Gold's Gym on her way to becoming an actress. In fact, it was comedy that landed her on Lena Waithe's radar. After JoJo and some friends started crowdfunding for their comedic series, No More Comics in LA.
I didn't have a manager or agent, so I was like, you just gotta create the opportunity yourself. We took the rest of the money and created these merchandise boxes with merch in them and USB drives with our sizzle and our trailer and our why video, so people could understand why we doing this. And we sent them out.
Lena got one of them and liked what she saw. She called JoJo and told her about a show she wanted her to audition for.
I'm sick of running errands all day. So you a writer on the show? Nah, I'm a writer's PA.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing but God from there, because they were auditioning not even during pilot season.
How closely does your real life track?
Very, very close, actually. In a lot of regards, I'm similar to Hattie because I have those two friends that are like my best friend, Rashonda.
JoJo landed the lead role on Twenties. The show follows Hattie, a writer's production assistant who desperately wants to become a writer on a popular show after she's thrown out of her apartment.
She definitely, Hattie, my character, definitely represents a chapter in my life, for sure.
What's the worst thing about your 20s?
Definitely being broke. I was broke, like $1.15 in the account broke, but I'm gonna go get this hamburger though and see if this card worked. Like, that was the scariest part, was learning that money is fluid and that it comes and it goes and that it's not worth stressing about, and having to learn that you gotta humble yourself sometimes. I very much so had to swallow my pride multiple times and ask for help. For anybody on the verge of being 20, you know, or if you're still a teenager, I would say, be malleable and be willing to learn and be willing to move forward regardless of what the outcome is.
As that chapter for JoJo closes, a new one opens.
On my way to my destiny. Can I make it there? Can I make it to my destiny?
Along with it, more opportunities, proving the stars are aligning to possibly produce the next big one. For InsideEdition.com, I'm Stephanie Officer.